EA Sports. The veteran Nick Folk about ready to get this show started. And off we go here on EA Sports. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. First and 10.
43!
On the ground, here's the one-time Seminole. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Pitts is the man in motion. On play action, it's Mahomes. Short throw taken by Pitts. Third and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Texans first down. On first and 10, here's Benson. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Tackle there by Cameron Jordan. They face second down and 7. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll go again with Benson. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Malik Mustafa there to bring him down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And that is incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now the veteran. This is Royce Freeman. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team.
A big hole. Still going. And he will take this one in. 73 yards for the touchdown. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on first and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That is hot! And he will score! Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the give, it's Tracy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
He'll get that to his tight end. That's Ja'Tavion Sanders. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's to the left side. Caught by McMillan. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. Here's 3rd and 2. We'll go play action with Love. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good. And the Sentinels will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. Ray going to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Mahomes now on second down. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Nubin. And the Sentinels are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On first down, it's Love. That's downfield. He's got Sanders, the tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
A second down throw for Love. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's second and goal.
Ready?
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown Sentinels. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
He's to midfield. He works free, right side. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. He fields it at the 8. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's caught down the field. He's got McMillan. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Texans. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Love to throw on first and 10. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
He'll try again here, second and 10. From the gun, it's Love. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Yellow, yellow. 15.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Headed left, buying time.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's second and 2.
Yellow. Attack.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He fires downfield for Pitts. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Andy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season as we send you to Orlando. We'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And no chance to return this one. through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Back to throw is Love. Back to the right, caught by Sanders. They'll get 19 out of that play, and that will be a 1st down. On play action, Love. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Smash. Here we go.
They'll run with Tracy. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. To the right, that's Pitts. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? The Texans getting all set to punt. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Love. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out, There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
Yellow. Easy.
Here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Sentinels are going to take over here up near the 40.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Pass pulled in by Tracy. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
60 Eagle.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A give, here's Benson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They go play action with Mahomes. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll try and run here with Benson. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. Here comes, now on the return, he has lost the football.
These are the type of self-inflicted wounds that the coaching staff told us about all week, Mike, and it's been a real point of emphasis. Anyone possessing the ball, whether that's on offense, defense, or in this case, special teams, protect the ball at all costs, and I can promise you they're not going to be happy with this one.
And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
When you call a bubble screen, you're really putting a lot of faith that your skill players, your wide receivers and backs are going to be able to hold up there in space as blockers, and when you don't, sometimes you end up going backwards.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Straight ahead, they go with Benson. Good blocking to the 15. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That one taken in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Love. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And the Texans will have great field position right around midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Yellow.
A handoff, running left is Benson. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Yellow.
Holmes fakes the give and keeps it himself. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
In motion, it's Waddle.
Right.
Now give up the middle, it's Benson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
That's complete. It's Waddle. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Yellow, yellow.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Attack!
Again, it's Benson. He gets free. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. On the handoff, this is Benson. Yeah. The speed on display. He's in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Texans. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans are able to extend the lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Love. A throw left side caught by Sanders. Still going. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. It is a touchdown. Folk's extra point is good. And the Sentinels are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Benson. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 2nd and 11.
Yellow, yellow.
They'll go again with Benson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.